Hey guys, welcome back to Providence Prairie Farm. I'm Stacy. Thanks for stopping by the farm. Today I am out in the greenhouse. We're still in January and the greenhouse is warming up. The sun is shining today. Let me see if I can give you a nice little shot of this beautiful sun coming in here. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is the fact that this year we're going to put in more garden beds. So these are some of the raised beds that we ordered. Last year we ordered about a half a dozen of them, and then we grew in half a dozen of these garden beds. I'll take you out and show you the garden beds. I think if you've seen any of the other videos, which there's not very many, but the couple of videos that we've had, you can see here right next to the greenhouse where we had our garden beds. So those garden beds worked out really well. We really enjoyed them, and so we decided this year that we were going to go ahead and buy some more. We got 18 more, so a total of 24 of these raised beds are going to be surrounding the greenhouse this next season, this growing season. And so we cannot put any near the tree line over there because our leach field actually comes out along that tree line, but we have enough room between the shade of the greenhouse and being at least 10 to 15 feet away from that leach field to go ahead and put some garden beds on this side of the greenhouse. And then we'll also be putting some in the front of the greenhouse, kind of coming out to about this far. We'll have some of the garden beds here. So they'll just be kind of, and in the back of the greenhouse. So they'll just be kind of surrounding the greenhouse. Out here on the plains of Kansas, wood doesn't last very long, maybe a couple of seasons before it starts to really have some issues. So we're excited about that. And so that's what I'll be doing over the next couple of days, is building these garden beds. One of the things that I want to talk about is how to be frugal out here, because I mean, I go to the grocery store. I cook for my family. We're doing multi-generational living out here, and we have 5 grown people, 5 adults eating here on this homestead. And so part of the reason that I'm growing this garden is, number one, to feed my family. I think that when we moved out here, we thought we were moving to the country, to like this little quaint little town where everybody was growing vegetables and, you know, farm stands on every corner. I go to the store out here and it's hard for me to get good produce. And so one of the things we want to do is grow our own produce, because we want to eat as healthy as possible. I'm not a stickler about every single thing. I mean, we are real people eating real food here. And with the cost of things, we're eating what we can. But one of the things that I know that we want to do is have as close to organic as we can, and without all of the chemicals and everything, and grow it here so that it's as fresh as possible as well, so that we get the vitamins and minerals that we're eating the vegetables for in the first place. Like, that's why we eat vegetables, is because they're good for us. And so that's why I want to grow the garden. But number 2, I want to grow the garden because there is a food desert going on out here. Now, they do have farmers markets where people can come from different areas, but right here locally in this little town that we're living in, there is nothing like that. There is one guy that I know of who's actually growing some vegetables, and he doesn't live far from us. When we open our little farm, Mercantile, which is going to be not just a farm Mercantile, but it's going to be also so it's going to be a place to sell our fruits and vegetables, and also chicken, because we raise pastured chickens. And so we'll have eggs and we'll have meat birds, and we will have some things that we make out of the chickens. We're still trying to figure out how that's going to work exactly, but we'll have baked goods and we'll have different things that we sell out of the farm Mercantile as far as food goes. And then the Mercantile will also have a store, like a gift store. My little dog is getting impatient with me. We're going to have a little gift store where we're going to sell vintage items, things that I curate, that I find out in my travels when I'm looking for unique, neat things that I can sell in my little store. But I also try to find things like that can be upcycled with embroidery, because we have an embroidery business and I enjoy doing embroidery. So some of the items that I can either personalize with monogramming or a family name and make it more of an heirloom item, even taking other people's heirloom items and personalizing them. That's kind of a thing that I enjoy a lot, because I love vintage things and I love embroidery, and I love different types of, what's the word I'm looking for? Why can't I think of that word? What is the word we're looking for, Pop? Textiles. And I love textiles of all different kinds. I love napkins and tablecloths, especially vintage. I love pillowcases and blankets and sheets and aprons, vintage aprons. I just love all that stuff. And so in my heart, I love the idea of taking those things and upcycling them for people, either that they already own or things that I find and curate myself and bring here to the farm that we can personalize and make, just for you. And so that, I'm going to go outside here because, gosh, the greenhouse is getting really hot already today, and I need to throw this ball for the dog. So let's do that. There she goes. She is a dog chaser. Or a ball chaser. She just wants to chase that ball. That's her life, because she doesn't have cattle to herd, and she's a border collie and she wants to herd cattle. She tries to herd our horses or our chickens, which I do like when she herds the chickens because they're free range, and sometimes they get the big idea that they're going to come over to the porch and hang out on the porch, and I don't like that because then we get poop everywhere, and I don't want poop everywhere. So then I'll take her out there and she will herd them back over to their area. So there's our Quonset. I love that Quonset so much. Our tractor's in there because we got a tractor. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so that's what the Mercantile is going to be doing. And so this building right over here, just past the Quonset, is going to be the Mercantile. It's not a huge building, but it doesn't need to be huge for what I'm going to be using it for. Oh, look, our little kitty's just coming out of the trees over there. Can you see him? He's just coming out of the trees. Let me see if I can see him for you. Coop! That's Cooper. We found Cooper and his mate. I don't know if they're brother and sister. They look like they might be different ages. Or he was just getting all the mice and she wasn't getting any. But we found them in the hog pen over by the horse paddock last year, right before winter was getting ready to really get cold, a week before the freezing temperatures were coming, and they were just little kittens. And so we caught them in a live trap, and we took them in the house and we domesticated them, and now they are our kitties, and they help catch some of the mice that occasionally make their way into the house, into the farmhouse. Hey, Coop. And these two are like best friends. It's so funny. Look at him rubbing on her. That's so sweet. But these two will wrestle around like two puppies playing. It's hilarious. But this Poppy girl, is very careful with Cooper because, I mean, he's still a cat. He's kind of like, look at him. He thinks he's a dog, though. He's literally running after the ball. I don't know what he thinks he would do when he got to it. Let's go take a tour of the Mercantile. This is Mr. Nathan.
Mr. Nathan?
I call you Mr. Nathan on the channel.
Oh, all right.
It's a little formal, but then not formal.
It's formal, but really not so much. There's our Quonset.
Yep, there's the Quonset from the front view. They've seen it from the side view. This is the front view. And we have some really cute, what are those called that you put on the other side? Shutters. Some really cute shutters that I got for free a town over. They took them off of their house. And I went and picked them up. I had a whole minivan load of them. And we're going to put them on the Quonset because they're going to be really cute. Are they black or we're spray paint? We're spray painting. Yeah, we spray paint them black. They were white, and we're spray painting them black, and they're gonna really dress up that little Quonset. So, okay, hey guys, friend. Hey friend. I hear people say that a lot. Hey, welcome to my Mercantile. Okay, so I've brought you over to the Mercantile. This is where I'm going to start my little farm store, and I'm going to have a little gift shop for my embroidered items that I was telling you guys about over at the greenhouse. It is not humongous. Sorry, I've been sweeping, and so it's a little bit dusty in here because I've been kind of cleaning up because we haven't been out here for a little bit. So this is kind of the direction from here to there. You can see I think it's 40 feet long, I think, and then like 20 feet wide, with 2 lofts, and then also a loft in the middle, mostly for storage, obviously. And so this side that you're looking at here is going to mostly be the clothing and the gift side. I'm going to have my one head embroidery machine set up right here. In this corner, a changing area to try things on, and I'm going to have a few racks of clothing. I'm not going to be focusing a lot on clothing, but I will have some clothing. And then up here, I plan on doing a display, mostly up here in this area in the loft. I'll have just some display type stuff because I enjoy doing that kind of a thing. Above the loft, in the loft, is going to be storage. And then the counter will be where I have like my checkout area and stuff, bags and my cash register and whatnot. And then I will have bookshelves in here with books. This wall is going to be bookshelves because I am a book lover and I've always wanted a little shop with books. We also will have our produce and our refrigeration with our eggs and chicken and stuff that will be in this room. And so that's kind of the way it's going to be broken down. And as you can see, my husband and my sons have done the electrical. They put in all these electric boxes, and they've done all of the insulation on the bottom so far, but we still have to do the ceiling. Most of the room will be this white because I feel like it really makes the room seem brighter and more open because of the white, and most of the walls will be covered with shelving and different things anyway, so it's not going to be a huge deal. So we decided to go with something that was cost effective, which we found the most cost effective thing to be this if we weren't going to go with drywall. And we decided we wanted something that was a little easier and quicker to do, especially since it didn't have to be perfect because the walls are going to be covered by shelving and product. So we just decided to go with this beadboard chair that I got from Amazon, or was it Wayfair? I think it was Amazon. And it's a cute, it may have been Wayfair, I'm not for sure. I've had it a little while. I actually have 2 of them, and I love the color. It just brings the outside in. I just love this color, and I felt like it would go really well in the spring and the summer because it matches, you know, the color of the outdoors. But then also in the winter, it would be really cute during the Christmas season with some red accents or whatever. So I was going to go with leather, but then I thought the fabric just seems more cozy, and I want this Mercantile to have a really cozy vibe. And I felt like leather sometimes can have more of a cold vibe than a cozy vibe. So maybe a leather pillow instead would be cute on there. Um, and in fact, that's a great idea. I think I might do that. Okay, so yeah, this is the Mercantile from the outside. This was originally going to be the Airbnb because we thought we could put two different units in on either side of the door, but we started talking about bathrooms and space, and we decided that would have been really small to have two units in there, and we decided the other building was going to be the better one to have the Airbnb. And then this one would be the bigger building that I could put the Mercantile in. So that's why we chose this one. I hope that you find it interesting. The next step is going to be getting those garden beds all finished and planted around the garden house. I call it the garden house. I know it's a greenhouse, but I say garden house a lot. So the next step is to get that done and to get the ceiling finished in here so that we can start to get all the insulation in here so that we can start to get the walls put on. Until next time, take care, God bless, and thanks for stopping by the farm.